Thank you very much for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Like, I am so super excited, and I'm so grateful to you guys. Like, I know it could only be you guys that actually did this for me, so I am so grateful. Thank you so much, and I pray once again that anytime you need help, people will come through for you, right? So no matter what you do, just keep an open mind. So like I mentioned, I'm trying as much as possible to see how I can be able to cover the 8 modules. Yeah, I know there are a lot of you have actually rounded up with your bespoke training, but it's still very important and needful that I try to complete this phase of the program, so that for the people that have not, trust me, there are people that have not studied already, right? There are people that have not studied, and just for people that is actually taking their time, or probably have 1 or 2 things doing that is not really giving them time to actually rush up like some of you have already done, right? So I'm going to go ahead to complete this phase of the program, and trust me, I will actually get into business plan, because I know that is where a lot of you are actually waiting for and wishing that I actually say something about. But like somebody posted in one of the groups, it is one step at a time. So don't always be in a hurry to do things, but definitely I'm going to take my time to walk you through the template when they send it, and I also try as much as possible to take the topics that they listed during the master class. I'm going to take my time to be able to explain that. I may not explain it in one video and all that, but I'm trying as much as possible. I know that you guys, majority of you guys already want to jump into the business plan, but please give us some time. So when we are done with the management training program, as in the management phase of the program, then we can talk about business plan, right? Until then, kindly be patient with me, because we'll finally and Monday get to that, and that'll be next week. I'm trying as much as possible to see if I can be able to cover up before they send the template. But if they send the templates before I'm able to finish with the remaining 2 modules that is remaining, right? If the template comes out, I might just rush in and quickly do a review on the template and tell you how to go about the template while we are waiting for then when I finish up with the modules, then I can now go into details to explain each phase of that, because I know they are going to give you guys 1 month, so there is no really need for you to start rushing, right? So let's get into the topic for the day. So this module is building enduring brand and business networking. Guide on brand marketing. A brand is a way a product, company, or individual is perceived by those who experience it. Much more than just a name or a logo. A brand is the recognizable feeling that asset evokes. Brand concepts, branding, and the DNA of brands. The topic and content covered in these chapters are evolution of the brand concept, brand identity, value, proposition and perception, brand dynamic, the brand word, leveraging the brand positioning, the role of brand in business networking. Identify brand identity and value. So they are actually taking it bit by bit. Brand identity and value are consciously and unconsciously created by the brand owner and passed on to the consumer, who translates or given meaning or relevance to the brand. Evolution of the brand concepts, identity, value. There is a practical definition of brand. However, a more acceptable and working definition is that brands are the tangible and intangible attributes of a product, service, or place comprising the brand's name, logo, color, value, element, attribute, customer service level, price, packaging, etc. So when you talk about a brand, a lot of people think brand is only when you branded your let's say for instance, I've gone to design a brand logo for Zubai. Sorry. So I've gone to design a brand logo for Zonia Foods, right? That is not just the branding. The branding comprises of every element that actually make up Zonia Food. Every aspect of it, the managerial, the operational side of it, the processing and packaging, the marketing, every aspect of it, the logo branding, what we stand for, the tangible things. Are we the type that actually deliver quick? What are our mode of delivery? Just every aspect of the business is what they call a brand, right? Proposition and perception. A brand offers a proposition, which is a promise that it makes. The brand proposition ties in with the brand value. The brand's promise should be easy to understand, engaging, unique, relevant to the target audience, and most importantly, consistent. The brand concept is what customers believe a product or services represent, not what the company owning the brand says it does. Right? Okay, let me take for instance, maybe many of you don't know, maybe I'm just saying it for the first time, but Sonia Abel is actually a brand. Yeah, I have my business, like my company, actually registered as a limited liability company, but Sonia Abel on its own is a brand, right? This channel you're watching right now is actually one of my or for now at the moment is actually my major channel of passing message, right? So this is my mode of operation. This is what I stand for. So to an extent, I might say Sonia Abel is this and that, but you guys watching me and coming to my channel, okay, let's say for instance, for the day I'm actually shooting this video right now, the morning to the day I actually hit 1K subscribers. So I've been seeing a lot of messages on the group, and I'm really impressed from the perspective that you guys see me as. That might not be the perspective I actually see myself as, right? I might not actually be doing this because I feel I'm doing so much for you guys, but you guys really think I'm doing so much for you guys. Like, that's perspectives you see me. So in the other way around, I might actually be thinking I'm making so much value out there, but you guys didn't say it that way, right? Maybe I'm not just making so much impact. So that's what they are trying to talk about, the proposition and perspective, right? What the company might think is giving out might not really be what the company is giving out. They might be giving less, or they might even be giving more than they actually think they are giving out, right? So let's move on. The evolution of brands. So we have the FedEx, Vodafone, we have Shell, we have Unilever, we have Google, and likes of it. So these are companies, these are brands, right? But these are might just be their logo and but they are a brand on its own. What brand dynamics? The brand's what? Dynamic brands are often called living brands because they physically change or move, reflecting the very definition of dynamism. A dynamic brand is imbued with more energy to drive change, movement, and feasibility. A successful brand has and exhibits the quality of mutability. That is, it is continually evolving, changing, and adapting to globalization and new technologies. Thus, the mutability of a brand or its ability to change is drawn from its dynamism, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. So brand, you are, every time you actually looking for a way to get better. At every stage, they are actually expanding their goals and trying as much as possible to conquer new grants and gain more grants and do greater things. So let me still fall back to Sonia Abe as a brand. So when I started this channel, I believe the video that brought most of you to my channel is actually the second video I actually did. And that video, if you compare it to where I am right now as a person, my composure, my growth, my confidence, and my general growth, you do find that I have actually evolved. So I am constantly making progress in that area. So that is, every brand at every stage is supposed to keep moving and keep evolving and keep growing, right? Brand leveraging. Brand leveraging is a strategy to use the power of an existing brand name to support a company's entry into a new but related product category by communicating valuable product information to the consumer. Brand positioning. Positioning refers to the place that a brand occupies in the mind of the customers and how it is distinguished from the product of the competitors. It is how a company creates a sustainable competitive advantage. Okay, so going back, I actually like to give practical examples. Going back to what I said about the perspective that a lot of people actually see you from different from what you see as your brand from. So I think somebody was giving a testimony based on the fact that I'm talking about hitting the 1K subscribers, and the person refers that maybe he has actually trying to reach out to other TEF alumni on the regards of TEF 2022, and many of them were asking for money, right? So in this case, I have positioned myself in the mind of a lot of you watching this video right now, because yes, I gave you something that you can always fall back to. I know some people are appreciative of the fact that I gave them a platform where they could actually meet with others and interact and learn from each other and help each other. And at the same time, I gave you a channel where you can fall back to and get information for free. And in return, what am I getting? You guys are helping me conquer my grants. You guys are helping me get to my target for the year without so much stress, right? So this is brand positioning. I have positioned the brand Sonia Abel in the mind of a lot of people. I have a competitive advantage to others that probably are doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to coach some people for the program, but the means and how we want to achieve that is quite different. So that is what is giving me a competitive advantage to others. I hope that is making sense, sure. So let's go. Brands in business networking. For brands to create an emotional connection between the customers, investors, tourists, products, services, and businesses, countries and regions, there is a need to engage brand in business networking. Business networking is the art of establishing beneficial relationship with clients and other people so that you can realize, develop, and act on available opportunities. So it's good to actually network. Apart from keeping in touch with your customers, and it's also good to network with other brands and companies too, right? It's actually important because it keeps you. Let's say, for instance, again, that's why I said I like using practical examples. All of us in our groups now, both on the Telegram and on WhatsApp, you are networking. For me, since last year when I started this program, I've been opportune to meet people that have turned friends and have practically turned families from different countries in Africa, right? It has given me an edge that, okay, many of you are watching this video right now. You're not watching this video from Nigeria. many of you are watching this video from outside Nigeria, every part of the continent, in African continent. So this is what networking does to your business. When you network with others, it gives you an edge. Impact of a story well told. This chapter and its topics provide an understanding of the relational index between the communication process and brands. The communication process beats the communication model. The communication process starts with the transmission of a message by a communicator and ends with the receiver's feedback. A communication model involves when the communication process is represented through a line or picture or pictorial presentation. The simple mode of communication consists of a sender, message, and receiver. These are examined as they relate a brand positioning and proposition. I don't know if, okay, maybe I should explain this a little bit. So if you talk about communication, you already know that communication has to do with somebody that is receiving and somebody that is giving an information. So it involves a sender. You gave out a message, then the message you're giving out, and the receiver. So in this place now, the communication mode is you as a brand, you are the sender. So your products and services that you're trying to convince people to buy is the message you're conveying, and the way they actually receive it is that the receiver receives it determines if the person is going to patronize you or patronize your competitor. Brand connect, the medium and the message. Brand message pass through the communication process and are conveyed through various platforms or channels. Those platforms and channels are known as the medium. Branding and marketing enjoy a plethora of platforms, media, and channels which convey the message of a brand and company. Particularly in the medium, the present era is the digital and social networking era, an era filled with multiple means of communication, platform, niche interest, and others. Platform are all the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Periscope, Snapchat, YouTube, and the etc. So without saying much, we already talked about this in details in the other module, so let's keep going. At least you understand that it's well explained. Imperative or effective communication, the 5 W's and H. Effective communication is a process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, knowledge, and information such that the purpose or intention is fulfilled in the most possible manner. Effective communication requires the creation of content to connect with your audience. To create content for effective communication, the 5 W's and H is stated as a useful, well-worn writer's technique or reporter's question. These are the who, what, when, where, why, and how. The 5 W's and the H question guide also helps in conducting brainstorming sections for ideas and map out an outline for effective communication content. So this is the words from the masterclass that TEF held last weekend. I think they took time to actually explain this why, how, what, who, when, and where. Right, so I might not spend so much time. If you've not watched that video or you didn't attend the live, you might want to go back to it, but it has been explained. So okay, let's start with the what. What is a problem that you've discovered? What are the problems you've discovered, and what is the solution you actually have for it? So the why is, why do you want to solve this problem? Then the how is, how do you intend to solve this problem? Who is it? Who are in your team? Who are the members of your team that you're actually going to be solving this problem with? Then where is your location? What is your target market? Where is your target market located? Then when do you actually intend to start this business? So with that being explained, let's go on. Perception or reality. Tips to writing your impact story. The reality of a brand comes from customers' use, experiences, functionalities, reputation, and word of mouth recommendation. On social media channels as well as face-to-face, our brands and business exist to impact upon and make a difference in the world, and the effect you have in the lives of customers is a source of inspiration. Perception is often reality. It therefore makes good business sense to guide perception and therefore ultimately value perception. In telling our brand impact story, whether it is through social media link to the website or more traditional methods like print and direct mail, our brand impact story should captivate and effectively engage our customers, right? So it should be something that, just like you say, if either you're telling it on the Facebook, in your Facebook, and linking the link to your website, wherever you're telling the story, let it be a captivating story. Let it be something that captures the mind of your prospective customers, right? And get them to patronize you, because that is the end of the game. What you want is that they come patronizing you, and they should keep coming, because the major part of business, like I said, is retaining a customer, not getting them to come and buy from you. After they bought from you from the first time, is there any possibility that you actually retain them? Are they going to be coming back to come and patronize you over and over again? And are they going to refer you or recommend you? Developing effective networking skill. This chapter and its topics provide an understanding of the rational index between the communication process and the brand. The communication process bets the communication model. Every brand is, or rather has, a story to tell of its identity and image value and other customer-centric information. Introduction to business networking. Our lecture defined business networking as the act of establishing beneficial relationship with clients and other people so that you can realize, develop, and act on available opportunities. So when you network with people, you see some people that actually, let me take for instance, especially in this Lekki, right? A lot of people that go out, they don't necessarily go out because they just feel like going out. When they go for occasions, they go there to network. We go there to meet people. When you introduce your brand and introduce yourself, that's why you need to have a catchy brand story to tell, and your brand should be up to standard in every way, both on your logo, branding, and every aspect, so that when you sell your story to these people should be captivated and really want to deal with you. Ideas. Rule your world with creativity and innovation. Idea sits at the link source between creativity and innovation. An idea could be a thought, concept, conception, notion, or impression. Thus, idea influence and impact creativity and innovation to determine outcome. Our module defines creativity as the thought process of a new idea, product, or services. Through creativity, ideas are generated in the attempt to solve a problem or produce something new. Innovation is the implementation phase of creativity. Its functionality includes actualizing, materializing, manifesting, bringing out, and introducing creativity. Right? Creativity and innovation play a huge role in business Virtually every product in existence has result from interaction of these two concepts. So you need to be, for you to be a great entrepreneur, you need to have a combination of creativity and innovation, right? You have to be innovative and creative at the same time, and most of the time it's actually a matter of teamwork. So innovation implementation phase of creativity, right? So a thought comes, you think about, that's why they say that it could actually come in different forms. It could be an impression, it could be a thought, it could be a notion, something just dropped in your mind and you decide to develop on it. So you're actually implementing on this creativity, and that is what is called innovation. From it, we are able to come up with an idea, a great idea of how to handle this and do this way that works for you. Target and consumer. Target or consumers, who are we talking to? Our module define the term target consumer as the specific group of consumers who are the focus of the company's advertisement, brand marketing. Brand marketing professionals use media outlets as a resource to reach target and communicate to you, consumer, effectively. Much like target market, target consumers. Much like target market, target consumers have a large impact on a company marketing and advertising plan. When companies design campaigns with messages to be conveyed in advertisement, they compose them specifically around the target consumer's attributes. Right, so you have a target market to reach. You already have a creative idea and innovation about how you intend to actually deliver. So when you intend doing that, right, you have a target audience in mind. That is a target audience, and you call it target consumers in mind, that these are the people you want to reach. You don't want to reach everybody because you can't attend to everybody in the world. Your service might not be able to do that, except you're empty. Even if you're empty, some people prefer to use glue, right? So you have a specific number of people in a particular area that you want to you have if you're trying to market based on this, if you're trying to market to a nursing mother, you're going to tell your brand story in a way that it suits. Remember, in this case you have two target customers. The baby, because if you're selling baby wears, whatever it is, you have to target two people. You have to provide something that is going to be nice for the baby, and at the same time something that the mother is going to like. So in a situation like this, you have to win the heart of the mother before you can actually win the heart of the child, because it's the mother that is paying and it's the mother that determines what the child is going to use and what the child is not going to use. So brand target is very, very important, especially when you're conveying a message, so you can actually reach the right audience and target and consumers. Effective business networking channels, types and benefits. The primary purpose of business networking is to tell others about your business and hopefully turn them into customers. This ultimately increases business revenue. A highlight of types of business networking organizations include strong contact network, casual contact network, community social clubs, professional association, online and social media network. The latest among these is the online social media network, and there exist several groups of online and social media networks used purely for business that often use modern tools such as chat rooms to connect with entrepreneurs around the world. Online and social media networking enhances digital marketing, and bigger your brand, the more effective audience of social networking will identify, interact, and patronize your brand. The benefits of business networking are to maintain business relationship, identify opportunities for partnership and joint ventures, and create new area of expansion. for your business. So let me use our chat group now for an instance. In that chat room, I've been able, my WhatsApp group, our WhatsApp group, when it was just one alone, I've been able to actually network with some people. I'm practically doing business with somebody that is in the north. I have a business associate from Sierra Leone, so I've been able to like meet people and connect with people that if I want to push my brand, it's very easy to do that with the kind of networking chain that I have. So social media platform, Facebook is one of the places you see a lot of groups currently. You see pages, you see groups, different groups that is meant for different set of entrepreneurs, right? So it's actually time for you to utilize it and make better use of it for your business. So every opportunity you get to actually network with others, share ideas, because you might be expanding, you might be having a joint venture. It could actually be you learning a new thing or getting a new idea to actually start a business that you really didn't think you would have thought of if you're on your own. Building confidence in business communication. This is the last chapter of our module lecture on building enduring brand and business networking. The topic herein essentially focus on the brand of business owner or entrepreneur. Treated in details are the expected qualities, skills, and the disposition that would ensure his business success, growth, and profitability. Essentials of interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is a process by which people exchange information, feelings, and meanings through verbal and non-verbal messages. This is face-to-face communication. Interpersonal communication is not just about what is said, the language used, but how it is said. The non-verbal message sent through tones of voice, facial expression, gestures, and body language. Our lecture study highlights the various use of objective of interpersonal communication. This includes to give and collect information, influence the attitude and behavior of others, form contact and maintain relationship, express personal needs and understand the need of others, make decisions and solve problems, amongst others. Right? I think I talked about this in the last module, because the one I was talking about you having, but this time around they're actually talking about the business owner, the brand owner, in terms of when you start networking, the language, the way you carry yourself, the way you interpret talks, because yes, most of the time you might not say a word, but your action might actually be saying more than your words are saying. Your body language can say a lot too. So you need to be principled in a way that you convey the right messages to people, both in your words, your action, your body language, and in every aspect of you. Right? For interpersonal communication to be effective, some imperatives which are highlighted in our lecture. These include, okay, we've talked about it. Let's go. The entrepreneur's mandate. For a brand owner or entrepreneur, dominating and succeeding in business requires having dreams, goals, and a purpose in life. A company is in existence to strive to meet its mandate, vision, mission, value, offering, sectionaries, and official responsibilities. An entrepreneur's mandate entails a strategic process with operational tools and wisdom to apply to realize the business dreams and goals. The entrepreneur must follow strategic directions to achieve set goals and targets, post profits, and probably experience and overcome some business challenges. An entrepreneurial mandate entails a strategic process with operational tools and wisdom to apply to realize. So in terms of you must, as a man there, whatever thing you do, you need to be wise, you need to be very smart to actually have a strategic operational to be able to actually achieve this goal and dreams that you have for your brand, right? Confidence building in business communication. We define confidence as a factor that comes from feelings of well-being, acceptance of your body and mind, your self-esteem. If there is one thing I've worked on myself of recent, is actually my self-esteem and self-confidence. Believe in your abilities, skills and experience. Thus, the entrepreneur must have self-confidence. Building self-confidence requires positive thinking, practice, training, knowledge and talking to other people, and this could be major player in achieving a business success. So if you've not watched my video, I know these videos are wonderful. If you've not watched my videos on building your self-confidence and all that and self-esteem, maybe you should do that, right? It helps you, because if you cannot be able to defend your brand outside when you're networking and communicating with others, they'll think you don't know what you're doing, right? So you should be able to boldly and confidently tell people what your brand stands for. Oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a content creator, I own a YouTube channel, and I'm also into other businesses. I'm a photographer and I have a side hustle. You should be free to be able to explain what you do for a living and what your brand represents, and at the same time trying to tell them how impactful your brand can actually be in their life, right? Is very important. Being self-confident means trusting in yourself and your ability, being assertive and able to talk initiatives on tasks and handle pressure without too much stress, willing to talk on how challenging, willing to take on new challenges in the workplace, and able to complete tasks on time and budget, having a high sense of self-esteem and being more productive. I've already explained that, so except that's the last thing, right? I want you to know that TEF is not rushing you for this project. That they say they are releasing templates does not mean that you should not take your time to be able to finish your module, because I know as at today, a lot of people, because they say they are going to be releasing it by Monday, a lot of people are really rushing to do this and to finish it. I'm not going to say that it might not come down Monday, but no matter what you do, TEF is not going to change your deadline, even if you decide to finish the whole thing in one day. And the business plan they are going to give you, except you want to tell me that you actually want to prepare a full business plan for yourself, like so that when they now send you a template, you can now start measuring from the template. But if you want to take a shortcut and decide you want to do only the template, I don't see any reason why you should rush, because you have the whole time. At the end of the day, you still finish and sit down. So why not take your time and go through this program? It's a template of 2 pages, just like they said, but I'll walk you through it. I'll try as much as possible to walk you through it, because this is the main thing. That is the main thing actually. So thank you very much once again, and I will see you in my next video.